Yo! How yous going, Cheap Tuesday? Brucey boy, the legend, he's too quick. Check it out, Brucey boy. You! Fuck, mate, you're my inspiration, brother. Look at me. Happy fucking Labor Day for all you hard-working blokes out there for Monday. Hope you've had a good one. Hope you've had a few beers. Check me banner out. You would have seen my buy Aussie made banner. Make it go viral. Yo, Binary. Hey, brother. Praying for you. Yeah, nah, bloody. got my mate's granddad's jacket on. This old boy, right? I think he was like an electrical engineer, and he passed away. And then they asked us to go, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to? You can clear out his house, take whatever you want." And I went in there, and I was like, "What? You're throwing everything out?" And I scored this jumper, and it had all these mad like Australian flags and fucking all these mad badges on it. But I purged them and put them on my denim jacket. But yeah. Anyway, we're hooking in. Labor Day was on Monday, and it was, I'm not much of a, I can't say I'm much of a union fan. I'm not much of a fan of the unions, only because where they donate their money, like donating their money to the Labor Party, which is like, it's a bit of a shame because I think there's some good union guys, and I think there's some, you look at the Mark Lathams who have left the Labor Party, and now they're, obviously Mark's One Nation, and you think like how far the Labor Party's drifted off them working class values, and it's like they've been taken over by the Greens, and it's a damn shame. So I don't want to rubbish. I actually feel as though the unions might be the hope for the Labor Party to like, maybe they've got a bit of common sense. Maybe they'll be like, hang on, let's get back to basics. Let's focus on jobs. Let's focus on bringing manufacturing back. That's what we really want. It's all about the jobs, people, and it's all about, I think these days, I've been pushing hard, buy Aussie made, and I've been really trying my hardest with my groceries and everything. I'm checking everything I buy. I'm checking. And I'll buy Australian made the best I can. There was a few things. I'm doing some painting downstairs, and I had to buy a roller. Every roller was made in China. But anyway, most things I'm sourcing from Australia. I just bought $150 worth of shirts and hoodies. Australian made. So I'll show you when they come in the post, and I'm going to look at getting them embroidered. And we might do a run. If they're a good fit, we might do a run of shirts. Australian-made shirts. So we've got to practice what we preach, you know what I mean? And God, let's hope we can have a bit of a manufacturing, bring it back to this nation and bring the culture of buying Australian-made. How's going? Evening. I'm on night shift. There you go. There you go, mate. Just one beer, that's it. Evening, how you going, mate? We're streaming on nice profile picture. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. What we'll do, last year I actually went to the Labor Day march, so I'll have a little quick peek. Bang, let's have a little sneaky look at my adventures from last year. Fuck, I hope the sound comes through all right.
Union March.
Maybe I need my head.
There was some sick bagpipes up here.
Is there mad fucking echo? Because I don't have my earphones in.
I have no idea what this bloody...
Let's check this shit out.
Hold that.
Bang, this was the Labor Day march yesterday. Just tell me if the sound's fucked.
Let's see what these dudes are.
I'd never been to a Labor Day march until this happened.
What union are you guys from? DTU, mate. Oh yeah, sweet. What's that, electrical? Sweet, so we've just come along through
Bang, we'll see if we can skip forward a bit. I think there's a bit of bagpipes. You gotta love the bagpipes, and I reckon these
That's pretty cool.
sounds good on my end. Oh, fucking sweet, brother. So this is what it's like if you go to Sounds Okay. Is there like an echo? Because I can fucking get my earphones.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where they are.
I wonder if the union pays them to have today off.
They probably fucking do.
They have to.
Workers' rights. It fully looks like communists are shirt, eh?
you never fucking imagine what happens
Like
later on this. I can't even remember
the
speaking to most
maritime
of these
union.
dudes.
Oh, cool.
So these dudes make
Is
boats
there any
and
of them
shit.
jobs still exist, you reckon, in Brizzy or nah?
Sorry?
Probably not many jobs like that left in Brizzy at the moment, eh?
There's still a few jobs coming
Yeah.
through.
Copy. See what the next
Probably
fucking
heaps
one
of
is.
welders and that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a bit of
The
welding too.
Maritimes there. So all the different unions are there, and
Nice shirt anyway, bro. Looks good.
they seem like normal people. And fuck, this is the hope of the Labor
Well, let's
Party,
find
that
the
there's a
next
fucking
union.
silent majority of Labor people who aren't
Where have we
dickheads
got?
who want to, you know, late-term
wonder
abortion,
what
all
the
the
fucking-
crazy
what they
shit
actually-
that they have. I think
Plus
this
it's still
bloke
got
was
plenty of
fucking
jobs
alright.
going.
This dude was a meat worker, if I remember
Yeah, it is.
correctly.
It's actually really good to be in. Yeah, it is. Yeah, good family environment. So you know.
This dude's just a normal
People
fucking
need to
bloke.
eat. I've seen a few industries now, so like, I don't know,
No echo. Oh, that's
like
good.
boat building,
That's good.
probably not such a big thing anymore, eh?
Okay. Yeah. No. Oh well. I suppose down the coastways and that, but no.
Let me have a look. We'll see if we can, because it gets more spicy.
How many
So
unions do you reckon are
I mean, it's
represented
like-
today? I don't really know.
Actually, I'm not quite sure either, but I'd say. Oh, geez.
fuck yeah, we've fucking done enough with this shit. That's boring as fuck. I'll get you the where it gets a little bit more spicy in that. Bang. So like, this was our first experience going to a Labor Day march last year, and like, I think the union members, they actually seem like good enough blokes. So you know, they weren't fuckheads. They were alright. And I love a bit of bagpipes. Like, look at this shit. Bang, the firefighter union.
Bagpipes.
They were
Always
fucking
good.
legends.
There's that Eureka Stockade flag, the blue flag up on the left-hand side.
I'll teach you.
Hey.
We'll read a bit of the history of the
Big
unions
fucking
of Labor
firefighter
Day,
giving us a wave.
and the bit of the Eureka
of
Stockade, because
families
it's all
and that,
part of
that's
our
awesome.
history, you know.
Good on them. We had a few pass us before, like the drivers' union and bloody butchers and boat builders and train builders. So
We managed.
firefighters save lives. Good on them. Hopefully they look after
They were
them.
taking payments from your
Don't know
company.
what the next
Fucking
one
hell.
is.
I refused to be in the union for many years.
Here we
yeah,
go. We've got
they're a
the,
bit fucking dodgy, eh?
What is this? This is like the AMW
Anyway, you get a
U
fucking
or some
feel
crap.
for it,
I
eh?
don't know. I think these guys are the ones
think
who are
this-
organising this rally.
This
The
is the
full
spicy
hardcore
shit.
lefties. They got like changed the government, so they're a bunch of, you know. I wonder, such a contradiction. You think of like the miners, they're supposed to represent
Sometimes
miners,
I
yet they've
talk
got
absolute
lefties
shit,
who go
but
and
you
lay
know what I
over
mean. I'm
bloody
having a
train
fucking
tracks,
good time.
stopping coal getting in and out, and bloody protesting.
Obviously,
and
this is
undermining all
last year
this.
because this year we had nothing.
Some
We're
of
all
them are
shut down
stupid
because of the
idiots.
fucking COVID-19.
I'm sure there's some good people in there. I wonder if you'd be suck if you're in that industry and you're
fucking
more
jump forward a
conservative. You're
bit.
thinking,
Bang, who's this? I think we had the teachers union, all in purple. And now the teachers union's give. Look at this stud.
so this is like aged care people.
Where the fuck am I? Pretty sure I have a bit of rant here. I jump in front of the camera and have a bit of fucking abuse.
Here we go. Close the camps, let them stay. So this is the refugee. We do offshore detention, and we do offshore
Bang,
detention.
I'll just fucking tell
I
him
actually,
straight.
you can see one of my last videos from a while ago. Interviewed a dude who worked at Manus Island, was a guard, and he's like,
These
yeah,
people
they're
are a
just
bunch
bloody
of fucking idiots.
people who are welfare shopping. They just come to Australia looking to get involved, get on the welfare.
How dumb were them people to like say, oh, we need to let the refugees in. How fucking dumb are you? Because I don't think they're not genuine refugees. They're just bloody welfare shopping. Even though I just said that. Bang. What else have we got? Who are they? Probably the teachers union. and they get a bit more hardcore near the end. I think you see. Here's the thing about. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's the fucking. They got the gay flag and everything going, and they're bloody.
I said, look, don't open Pandora's box. It's just the thin end of the wedge, and you know what? Exactly
I've been saying the same shit for years, haven't I?
They want to bloody.
I keep fucking warning yous.
They want to give you up to 3.
Oh, here's the CFMEU. Apparently, these dudes are arseholes.
This union is like the most corrupt union in Australia. Apparently, they donate money to the bloody Communist Party, and I mean, all these unions. I always say to friends, I'm like, dude, they're going to donate your money to the Labor and Greens left.
I shouldn't really show that. There's someone's kids up there. They probably don't want their kids on fucking my YouTube channel.
I thought there was some around the fucking neck of someone.
Now, see these stupid idiots, right? You don't see one... Hang on. You don't see one Australian flag amongst any of these people. It's all Eureka Stockade flags. And, like, I like the Eureka Stockade flag. Oh, there's the... See that cunt who just run past in the purple shirt? He was, like, the Greens candidate. There he is. That bloke in the purple shirt, he's a full communist fucking retard. And he's there with his little CFMEU. I don't know much about him, so, I mean, I'm talking shit if I say I do. What am I saying?
The baby killers, the goblins. Anyway.
God, I fucking feed it to
Australian flag.
Same thing, lol, yeah.
Here you go. You see the fucking Bill Shorten? There's Bill Shorten.
Immigrants are in fact
Bill
union
Shorten
busters,
sign and
probably,
the Jackie Trad and fucking Anastasia Palaszczuk. This is the bitch who bought in, the Labor Party bought in full-term abortions. She is absolutely the biggest fucking
There is proof that the more diverse your
workforce
is, the less chance it will unionise. I heard that one too. Fuck, what are we... Hang on. I got some fucking bullshit ad coming through. Oh, your dogs. Oh, they fucking talk so much shit on these ads. I had a subscription to YouTube, and then I cancelled it because I'm a tight ass. So for a while there, you won't get any ads if we pulled up any videos. This is the last one I'll show you because it's fucking classic. This is some good shit right here. We'll start it from the start again. Here you go.
On Dusty Bogan here, we've just had the Labor Party go past us. That's bought in full-term abortion in Queensland. The baby killers, and here we got the communist.
Check this shit out.
They are dead set. These guys are the stupidest idiots in this nation.
The stupidest idiots in Australia.
What do we got here? Oh, full communist party, bro. Have a look.
Have you ever seen anything like this,
these
people?
Guys stand, don't
the
you?
fucking communist party marching in our streets.
How many millions of people do you want to have murdered on the face of the earth? That's how they end this rally.
Oh, install an ad block. I didn't realise you could do that.
Flag.
Look at these pieces of shit.
Fucking idiots. And not one Australian flag.
Just full-fledged communists marching on the streets of Brisbane. Can you imagine it? And that bitch had a Karl Marx t-shirt on.
Venezuelan flag. Full communist. There you go. There you go. How you going?
Venezuela, hello. Good day, yes, very good day.
So you're standing up with the communists?
We are.
You are?
We are with the march.
How many millions do you want to kill, eh? Good on yous.
What fucking evil retards.
How fucking stupid.
How dumb does this cunt look?
Yeah, mate.
He's probably never worked a job in his life. And
What
that's the end of it.
Stupid bunch of idiots. God, that's over.
I gotta laugh at myself. I found that hilarious.
He's going.
Oh shit! There you go. That's last year's. That's last year's fucking Labor Day. You got to see a little bit of the action. Dusty commie spotted, yeah. So there you go. That was last year's adventure, and you know, we've had. I would hate to say that all the unions are bad. Like, I don't believe that. I think inside the unions in the Labor Party, there's got to be some good people in there who are just, I reckon, like Mark Latham's, who are like on the verge of saying, oh, they need to pull their heads in, or I'm jumping ship and I'm going to One Nation or wherever. Brutal, bogan. It was pretty brutal, but I guess when I was I went to that rally, and we thought, oh, I like whenever there's a public holiday, I actually like to celebrate that particular public holiday because it's a part of our culture, right? So I'm like, there's a reason why we've had this day off, this public holiday. The people of generations who come before us have, had, this is a part of our culture and our tradition as a nation. So I always make the effort. I want to be a part of it. And I will go to Labor Day marches, even though I'm not a fan of the unions. Well, I would like to be a fan of the unions if there was no money going towards the Labor Party, or if the Labor Party pulled their heads in and, stopped being so brutal with their abortions and all the crazy shit. Like, it's just the social issues really get me, and I think, like, how can you support these issues that have been put, these policies that have been put forward by the Labor and the Greens? So it's it's like real disappointing, but I still hold a bit of hope for the unions and even for the Labor Party. Like, hopefully they wake up and they go, nah, Greens, we're not dealing with this anymore. We're gonna keep them fucking out on that fringe, man. Like, wasted opportunity. Our country would have been so much better off if you'd nuked them all. So you seen my adventure. That's last year's adventure, and it's a shame this year we didn't get an opportunity to go. There was no Labor Day celebrations, and even I found, like, look, Anzac Day, we made an effort to celebrate Anzac Day as a nation, and we tried, and it's something in the heart of all, like, a bulk majority of people. And then I found Labor Day to be, I asked mates at work, I'm like, did you see anything about Labor Day on social media or TV? They're like, nah, I don't really know what it's about. And I'm like, well, that's actually a damn shame, because there's a history there of what it's all about. And like, I think it's like we've got to redeem these days. We've got to find the value in it. Like, there's got to be some value in it, and I don't want to write it all off, because I feel like our ancestors and the generations who came before us they've made this a public holiday, and I want to try my best to understand it. And every year when the Labor Day rallies happen, I'm going to go, and I'm going to talk to the union guys, and maybe I could talk to these left-wing politicians, and it's like, see if we can have a conversation. And I don't want to write people off. Like, honestly, I want to see if I can find some common ground. I want to try find some value in it. And anyway, we'll have a little read of the history of the Labor Party. And it's like, how can you say that, Dusty? I went last year, first time ever. I did not see one Australian flag. It was all Eureka Stockade flags. There was a few Aboriginal flags, a few gay flags. It was all Eureka Stockade flags. And it was a bit like, what? No Australian flags. That was a shocker. I was already shocked. And then I was like, all the unions march, bang, bang, bang. And then the last three groups to march was the Labor Party, then followed by the Greens, then followed by the Australian Communist Party. Now, it's not a good look, and it was like shocking. It shocked me. I was disappointed, because, when you know the truth about communism and you go, they've killed 110 million people globally, like, it's just not on. Like, how could you associate with that? And they everyone who has an opinion these days, they say racist, homophobic, fucking sexist, and they cry and they bitch and they, oh, I'm fucking, this is against political correctness. Your opinion is hurting my feelings. And they carry on, they name call us, and they give us the worst. They're like, we don't want to be able to, they don't want to have a discussion or a debate or listen to the ideas. They just want to shut us down by slapping it like, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. And here we are. I'm telling you what, how can the Australian Communist Party march down the cities of our streets? It's insane. It's beyond a joke. But I want to build the connection with the guys in the unions. I want to see if we can get guys from the Labor Party to do a Mark Latham. Do a Mark Latham. And I want to go and I want to say, I've got a campaign. I'm campaigning, encouraging people to buy Australian made. Make it go viral. Buy Australian made. Do our best to buy Australian made with our groceries. Try get and source whatever you can Australian made. We've got to do our best, and we could lobby our politicians to mix it up and make that happen. Help us become more competitive. You know what I mean? And there are ideas, and I've got a few ideas about that, but I won't talk about them tonight because we actually want to go and learn about the history of Labor Day, maybe a bit of Eureka Stockade, because like them videos we seen earlier, it's all the Eureka Stockade flag is there. There's no Australian flags in the whole Union rally, not one Australian flag. It was all the Eureka Stockade. So I think it's a part of the history that them men, them women who are at the Labor Day March, they see the value in that story. It's a part of our culture. I want to extract the things of value from the Labor Day, from the Eureka Stockade, from what this day's about. Maybe there's something we can get. And I reckon there's plenty of Mark Lathams in that movement, and we just need to say, right, boys, you've got to redeem that party. You've got to save that party from the extreme elements. You got to do it. You got to do us a favor, boys. Save the union. Save the Labor Party, because it's going crazy. Or jump ship and go One Nation. Might be, do a Mark Latham. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's see what we can find here about Labor Day. Labor Day in Australia. Labor Day is also known as the 8-hour day in Tasmania, and May Day in the Northern Territory commemorates the granting of the 8-hour working day for Australians. Now, I reckon that's good. I reckon that's something that we can all agree is a great thing, to have a 8-hour work day. Anything more than that, the past generations were doing like 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. And so these people there's a good part of our history here, who've made life that we can have a bit more family time, a bit more time with our mates. And I appreciate that. So they get the tip of the hat. It's also the day also recognizes workers' contributions towards the nation's economy, and it's an annual public holiday, and its date varies across the states and territories. And that's right, it's to recognize the workers' contributions, and that's it. Like, I totally agree. Like, I think there's an statement where you have like your average Joe, your forklift driver, your factory worker, your working class blue collar working people who are out there busting their asses every day. They're the salt of the nation, and I think we've got to show the respect. I think there's a day here to celebrate the workers, and I do celebrate with them. I want to try pull as much value as I can out of these things. I'm not interested in throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I'm interested in our cultures and our traditions and the things, it's like, why is this the way culture and our society is structured? And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, yo, I'm looking for the value. I'm looking for the value and the tradition and the culture and looking at what's been achieved. I'm not interested in throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? Here we go. I'll skip down to the background part of the thing because I think the previous few paragraphs there are just a bit of garbage. I don't know if you can read along, but this is the article we're reading, so it's all good. The background, the history of the Labor Day and Australia Day spans over a century. It is an important annual event that remembers those who struggled and succeeded to ensure decent and fair working conditions in Australia. During the mid to late 1800s, the working day was long and arduous, where some employees would work up to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. My first job out of school, we were doing 6 days a week, 12-hour days, and I was making a lot of money, and it was good. I was like, what? Back in 2006, first year I finished school, and it's like, I think, it was easy to get a job, and there was plenty of overtime, and seemed like it was I made the most of it. While the hours there, I was just like cashing in on them. So, but I'll tell you what, as I'm 32, and I'm like, I enjoy 8-hour day, 5 days a week. I love it, but you always want to have that opportunity to be able to do overtime, make that extra cash, and be able to go and, I did my first job out of school, working for this company where they did 12-hour days, 6 days a week. Later on, when I got into concreting, I went back to that company to get mates jobs. I'd always take them there and be like, this is where I started, help them get a job there. And then one day he's like, have you got your forklift ticket? Yeah. And he's like, I need someone to run night shift. And I'm like, all right, well, and I did 2 jobs for 12 months, and I saved up and bought a house and, saved for a wedding. And I worked my ass off for 12 months. And when you work that much, you can't spend any money. So, you just bloody hook in and fucking bank it up. And I'm glad them opportunities were there for me. I was so grateful. I've never had to be on the dole. I've always had a job, and I'm so appreciative of it. And I think, people these days right now with what's going on, it's a challenge, for sure, a challenge. And you got to fucking make sure you just stay optimistic and stuff, because I don't know what it's like to be unemployed. I'm sure it's not good. Anyway, we'll keep going. Many Australians saw the need for a better working condition. In the 1850s, there was a strong push for it. On April 21, 1856, stonemasons at the University of Melbourne marched at Parliament House to push for an 8-hour working day. An agreement with the employment for a 48-hour week was eventually reached, and the Australian workers welcomed the new 8-hour day. So they're still doing 6 days a week, eh? But still, 8-hour day sounds bloody good. A victory march was held on May 12th that year, and each year after that. In 1856, the new work regulations were recognised in New South Wales, followed by Queensland in 1858, and South Australia 1873. Blah 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 blah. Which were the colonies at the time in addition and adopting. I just skipped Tasmania there. Sorry. Which were the colonies at the time and adopted the shorter 8-hour working day in 1878. The Victorian government made one further step towards better conditions for employees by proclaiming a paid public holiday that year in light of the labour movement's success push for an 8-hour day. a large May Day meeting was held on Melbourne 1990. On May 1st that year, a local newspaper made a reference that the day was May Day. So I think this is like important. It's an important part of our history and culture, and these people fought for us so that we're, you know, you imagine working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like, I've done it, but and it's all good. Like now, I mean, I tell you, if the opportunity's there, I'll fucking do it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? You got to make the most. My Bible says make the most of every good opportunity in these evil days. That's what the Word of God says. So whenever I hear, whenever I see an opportunity, I'm like, yo, I'm always on the lookout for an opportunity. You got to be an opportunist in this world. So when I was like, hey, yeah, I'm taking mates into, I already had a job concreting, I'm taking my mates. I'm like, yo, how you going? Can my mate have a job? He's like, yeah, I'll give him a job. I'm like, sweet. Time and time again, taking mates in to get a job. And bang, I scored working 2 jobs. I've done it most of my life, actually. Always had a side hustle. So even though, yeah, I love the 8-hour day, make the most of it. Always have a side hustle, people. You got to make them dollars. And if you got the skill, you know, there's so much reward in just finding something in some way where you can like be like, yo, I can do this. I can make, you know, you can make a bit of this and whatever it is. If you can do DIY, you're saving money. If you can like do your own homebrew, you're saving money. If you can work on your car, work on your house, do it yourself. If you got to work them extra jobs, you got to get a side hustle, you do it. You got to do it. And you got to make the most of every opportunity. Here's what Ben reckons. I don't know if I'm reading this in context. They tried to go on another union after we worked out that our union was paid off. The workplace refused to have a second union to negotiate with. Besides, the union wouldn't allow competition. Oh, yeah. What always seems to be forgotten was that the end result of the Eureka Rebellion was that they were granted the right to representation if they were paying their tax. They could vote. Yeah, so they eventually won us the vote. So this is all part of the fighting spirit of limiting government, giving the people the power. And I'm all for it, and we can't write these people off. And like talking to my mates at work today, it was like, do you know what Labor Day is? You heard about? Did you hear anything? And they're like, nah. And I'm thinking like, well, I'm not writing off Labor Day. I'm not writing these people off, you know what I mean? As I know them fucking communist bastards were marching in the Labor March, and it's a disappointment, and you think like, it's disgusting because they've killed 110 million people in the last 100 years. So it's terrible. It doesn't get worse. I don't believe that there's ever been any institution that has such a high kill count in such a short amount of time. And you got to like alarm bells fucking ringing. Wah, 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 warning. I should try find use the I've got my my YouTube channel where I have the bloody Vietnamese, and they're like, no, it's all communist, down with China, and we gotta like, we'll have to freaking go through that later, because this is like a picture of communists who are, you know, the Vietnamese Australians are like going out warning the Australians of the danger of communism. And that's what we really need. We need these guys who have experienced communism. Maybe I'll, you know, in the future, I'll say, hey, do you want to come with me and we can go down there? And, you know, maybe it's a fact of like talking to the union guys or the Labor Party and say, hey, we've got people who fled the tyranny of communism and call Australia home. And we're like, this is not good. Have I gone past it? No, I'm going even back, even further. There's so many videos that I've done, you know. If I scroll down, I find these bloody Oh, shite. Where are me screaming Vietnamese blokes? No to China, down with communist. Bang, bang, bang. I thought I went to a second rally and bloody found these guys. Oh no, that was the right one. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I didn't plan for this. Where is that fucking video? I must have reposted them. Nah, maybe I can't find it. Oh shit. Sorry for fucking you around. I'll come back to it because I'm going on tangents here. We'll stick to the bloody thing. But yeah, I mean, I've gone to so many rallies. We went to the rallies with the Hong Kong students protesting, you know, in Hong Kong. They're like, we love Western culture. Thank you, Britain. Thank you, Australia. We don't want a communist China. I mean, I don't want to be like, that's pretty much how they speak, but, you know, I'm not being a dickhead by doing that. There's sincere people in Hong Kong who don't want communism. There's Vietnamese Australians who fucking fled that shit and love Australia. I got a dude lives not far from here. He has a buddy, Vietnamese guy. He has, thank you, Australia. He has like a big plaque on his front lawn. What a fucking legend. Anyway, I'll keep reading. I don't want to go on 2 tangents and stuff. What's this? Yep, the sad part is most workers who are in the union have no idea they are totally sucked in, that the union is there to help them. The union is helping them to be controlled. Isn't that fucking sad? Don't show too much of your search history. Might accidentally show some porn. Nah, I don't watch porn, bro. Porn free. Every bloke probably, you know, every bloke's looked at porn in their life, but yeah, I think you gotta come to the realization when you realize that it's not good. It's actually just not good for you. Like, so then you go, oh, okay. You learn that information, you go, fuck, you gotta get that out of your life. But yeah, scrolling down now, scrolling down through my YouTube video history to find the fucking where I've got my Vietnamese dudes, but there's like one particular video. Oh, here it is. Right. I've got my Vietnamese video, so we'll go back to that because it's fucking funny. Just speak louder when you're trying to communicate with foreigners, Dusty. Yeah, probably. I'm pretty used to, like, when I interview with Vietnamese people, like, I work with Vietnamese guys, and whenever they speak to me, it's like I'm used to broken English. So I'll be like, yeah. I'm like, it seems clear to me. Same here, never watched it. Well, I think it's something important that, you know, I would think that I would talk about it and maybe do a video about it in the future, because I think it's important for guys to, I think, like, it's good to take the edge off and want to be able to talk about that stuff, like any kind of thing that could be addictive, and you go, like, got to be, if you want to have good physical and mental health and a proper prosperous life, you got to stay on top of all these things. You can't let any of it get on top of you, and you can't let it be like a sacred cow that you don't talk about or whatever. You got to be open enough and be like, yo, the main thing in life is what is good. What is good for you? Like, what is the best outcome for you? How you're thinking and feeling in here and here and out here, and should be like an ecosystem of positive health. You know what I mean? You don't want anything to get on top of you. Pauline Hanson is addictive. Yeah, mate, she's a beaut. Have a look at her. Where's me Pauline Hanson? Oh, she's bloody hiding tonight. You! What a beaut. Right, we'll keep reading Labor Day. Where was I? Okay. One of the first May Day, Labor Day marches in Australia occurred in 1891 in Queensland. More than 1,000 people participated in the march and carried banners. Yo, banners! The leaders wore blue sashes and the Eureka flag was carried. Oh, okay, so that's obviously, I was like, where's the Aussie flags? There's no Aussie flags. It's all Eureka Stockade. But now it's like, obviously, there's a cultural context behind it. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just following the tradition that was laid out for them. Good on them then, you know? And the Eureka Stockade was carried. It was reported that cheers were given to the 8-hour day. I reckon cheers to the 8-hour day. Good, well done. The Labor Day date was moved from May to the second Monday on March in some parts of Australia after World War II. Since 1948, Labor Day in Western Australia has been observed on the 1st of March. I guess, like, that's irrelevant. We just want to read a bit of the information. They reckon symbols, the symbols they use, the symbology. I'm interested in that. The number 8 has often been spotted on many union buildings in Australia to symbolise the 8-hour working day. For example, the 8-hour monument featuring a golden globe bearing 888 symbol was erected in Spring Steel in Melbourne in 1903. I'd love to go see that, actually. So if I ever get to Melbourne, I'll be like, yo, I'm at the fucking Labor Day Memorial. And we'll actually know what it is, because there's all these, like, memorials and things. Like, I've been to so many rallies and so many shows and events in Brisbane City that, like, I've walked around and looked at the monuments and read what they are, and you get, like, a feel of the culture and tradition of the city, and it's, like, quite powerful. And whenever I go, you know, on holidays around the world or everywhere, I've now got, like, the mind and the eye for it to look for these things and be like, yo, good mad photo, get to, like, honor the, you know, the people who come before us. Here we go. Renowned Australian writer and poet Henry Lawson, 1867 to 1922, wrote a poem, Freedom on the Wallaby, to mark one of the largest May Day, Labor Day demonstrations in Queensland in 1891, where it was reported that cheers were made for the 8-hour day. So that, I guess that's something that I will, now I know that, I'll be like, yo, cheers to the 8-hour day, because, you know, yeah, conservative, right wing, but that's, you know, that's mainly where my thinking is. But I refuse to write off any public holiday, and I do refuse to write off any person. I reckon give them a fair bloody go, and you know, if they of course, if it's like constant this is my point, I'll give anyone a fair go, but if you're a constant negativity, I'll just be like, sorry mate, don't need you in my life. And then gives that person time to pull their head in, and then maybe I'll give them another go. Like, I've done it with my brothers and close mates, and you just say, well, you got to keep a positive atmosphere, you got to keep a positive environment if you want to, you know, you can't soar like an eagle if you hang out with turkeys, they say. Now I'll jump back in the comment section here. That poster of Pauline gives you an erection, lol. Yeah, mate. Don't you ever disrespect Big Red. Nah, she's alright. She's alright, Big Red. What a woman. The Vietnamese are always up for a fight, tough buggers. Yeah, I reckon the Vietnamese, man, they go like good, eh? Like, I got my mate at work, man, Vietnamese, he's 59, And he's actually just a really nice guy, like good heart on him. Been concreting, like people lose their temper, and the older people are honestly, they can be fucking rude as and dickheads, and you got to have a thick skin and laugh it off. And like Do-Man just laughs it off, and he's like, haha, whatever, you asshole, I mean, I want to be like that. He doesn't really even, he's just such a humble dude. He's a good Christian. He's he's not fond of the communism. He's like, oh no. And when I did bumped into the Vietnamese community who were doing anti-communist rallies around my area, and I was like, yo, Do-Man, check out my videos. And he was like, oh, very good, very proud of you. I'm like, yeah, thanks, mate, means a lot. Here we go. Satan disguises himself as an angel of light, kind of like a vanilla cupcake. Watch out who you believe in, only trust God. Yeah, true that. I think you got to give people a fair go to, if you care enough about, if I'm a Christian, I'm like, yo, we're all on the same fucking bus and we're heading towards a cliff, and I'm like, yo, I fucking downloaded the fucking safety ejector app. Nah. And I'm all good. I've got the Jesus app. Way better than the COVID-19 safe app. I got the Jesus app. I've downloaded it. I'm good. I'm going to get off the bus safe. When the bus goes off the cliff, I'm like, yo, I got a parachute. And I try to warn everyone. I don't care. I don't care who, they could be any demographic or a part of any group. I would not write them off. I'll be like, if you love people, you will try your best to be like, yo, we're heading towards a cliff. Wah, 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 wah. You know what I mean? Yo, Portco, $2. Make sure your milk is Oz owned. Most is CCP owned. Dead set. What's that? Norco milk. That's what I've been buying now. Yeah, I've been trying my best. I've been looking at the labels, and I know this beer is brewed in Brisbane, but it's owned by a Japanese company. But it's better than me buying bloody I was buying Vietnamese and Korean beer that was dirt cheap. Bloody delicious. Where am I in the comment section? Working 6 to 3. What a way to make a living. I reckon that's the 8-hour day is good, man. I'm really appreciative of it, even though it's good to have the 8-hour day, but it's good there to have an opportunity to work more, because there's kind of that's how you get ahead. And once you get your home deposit, or you've done the holidays and you paid for the wedding and you built up some savings and you're budgeting good and you're responsible and you don't have you're not addicted to gambling, you're on top of your shit, and then you can kind of go, I don't really need to do the OT, I don't need to have a side hustle, I'm doing my 8-hour day, I've built up some, you got your shit sorted. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's the best thing. Like the Bible says, make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. It's funny how the Bible would say in these evil days, but there's opportunity. So you got to make the most of every opportunity. Can we have some knockoff beers? On Friday, I got a few things I want to discuss with you. Yeah, mate, hit me up. Join my Telegram. I don't think I put my fucking Telegram in the link below this time. Bang, hang on, I'll find you me freaking Telegram link. Go to dustybogan.com, my link's on the website, but what's going on? What's going on with me fucking internet? Or is me bloody website down? I'll come back to it. Come on, you fucking right. Yeah, mate, hit me up. I'll send you me bloody Telegram, and after this live, I'll post the link to my Telegram, and hit me up. Even if you want to come on my show, anytime. We now kiss ass to the original custodians and true owners of this land. Yeah, right. You drongos. Well, I think, like, you know, I really, like, I got a heap of Aboriginal mates, and when I was a youth leader for 10 years, most of my boys were Aboriginals, and I got, like, you know, I'm connected still with my Aboriginal boys, but for a while there, I was, like, really connected to their families, and you see, like, the, you know, you go invited to a birthday party of a young Aboriginal friend, and you see, like, the family, and you're like, yeah, I love Aboriginal people and that culture, but I feel like with the Aboriginal people, they've been pushed into a victimhood mentality that is, like, I would not fucking put that on my worst enemy. Like, that victimhood or guilt complex. I always ran, right? I'm always telling you, I'm always like, I'll rage against the victimhood and guilt complex shit that they just keep pumping. Every one of us. It's like they just want to fucking... And I just think it's disgusting. That's what I find disgusting. Vietnamese are chilled. Yeah. Where the heck am I? Trusting in God. That's trusting in God. Yeah, I don't know. I've gone too far on a tangent there. Where was Pauline's fish and chip shop? And being a Queenslander, did you ever go there for a feed? I'm pretty sure it was in Ipswich, but that was like before my time when she had a mad fish and chip shop. It'd be fucking good as. I reckon she should start like a fish and chip shop like franchise, you know. It'd be bloody hell. It'd be awesome. Oh yeah, here we go. Buy Coopers Australian made and owned. Their constitution prevents them from selling the company outside the family. Well, fuck, I reckon I actually heard a guy, one of the boys, I had a few of the boys around on the weekend when we did this. You know, I had a beer. You would have seen me. I had sculled a beer through my beer funnel off the deck, and had that in the background. You would have seen the video. That bloody hose, I made that beer funnel, and I found an old hose behind my water tank, and like it must have had like a fucking dead lizard in it or something, because I was like trying to pull the beer out of that beer funnel, and it was not happening. Where, like, remember when I used to always do beer funnels off the deck out the backyard, and they would be like fucking, like, I could neck doubles when the hose is fucking all good. But I'm gonna be like, I need to go to my brew shop. They do like sell clear hoses, so I'll get my beer bong sorted out, my beer funnel, and I'll be fucking smashing them again. Yeah, I'll be buying Coopers. Hopefully, you know, Thirsty Thursday, I'll be cracking a Coopers open for sure. Norco is apparently Australian owned. Nice work, yeah, and I buy Norco milk. This is interesting. Probably the best content on the page. Oh yeah, thanks mate. Anyway, I'll keep reading this. We've got one last chapter here, and then we can smash a bit on the Eureka Stockade and find a bit more of our history and our culture, and you know, about Labor Day and all these days that we don't want to give up on. We don't want to give up on any of them. They're there for us for a reason. The people who came before us have made this nation amazing for us. We've got to at least learn about it, honour them, and have a laugh about it. Anyway, the symbols of the Labor Day movement. The number 8 has often been spotted on many union buildings. Blah blah blah. Renowned Australian writer. We already heard that. Where the fuck? Okay, hang on. Freedom on the Wallaby to mark one of the. This is some poem. Freedom of the Wallaby mark one of the Labor Days. Largest Labor Day demonstrations in Queensland, over 1,000 people in 1891, where it was reported that cheers were made for the 8-hour day, and that's something that I'll be freaking doing now, a tradition now. I've learned that from reading this. So Labor Day, I'll be like, cheers for the 8-hour day. I'm so grateful for that. There have been other songs and poems that refer to the theme behind the holiday and the efforts of the labour movement in modern times, such as the 8-hour day by John Warner, calling for Australians to stand up, united, and maintain their rights as an 8-hour working day. The right to an 8-hour working day. There's some little weirdo disclaimer at the bottom. Don't know what that's about. Bang! We're kind of done with that. Where's my Eureka Stockade? Should I find? Hang on, I'll find you the from the Vietnamese rally, because or else I'll never get around to it. Bang! Copy. Where's me effing? Yeah, this is just the local Vietnamese, who had a protest, and they were like, "No to communist, down to China." And like I was saying last year, at the start of this video, we went and watched the footage from last year's Labor Day march I went to, and the Australian Communist Party was there, and it was a bit on the nose, and I reckon the fucking Vietnamese
so we're here
would
with
be,
our Vietnamese mates.
the
and we're
Vietnamese
raising
Australian would be
awareness
turning
of
in
the,
their grave if they seen that Labor
just
Day
the danger
march.
of communism.
Let's just skip forward to
So we've
where
got
we
some
have
songs
old
and
mate
chants
screaming in
happening
his
and-
megaphone. It's awesome.
You'll see the paper. They've got the songs all set up.
I think it's like around here.
Communist China
Get this
economic
shit.
zones.
I love this dude screaming in the megaphone. This dude's my
China, get
hero.
out of Vietnam.
I'm getting rid of me. You gotta watch this guy.
China, get out of Vietnam!
This dude's my hero.
Down with communist China!
Down with communist China!
Down with communist Vietnam!
Oh shit! This dude's my hero. He's like
This guy's my hero.
Âm mưu thông tin Việt Nam của Tàu Cộng!
Uncle Do.
Đã đảo âm mưu thông tin Việt Nam của Tàu Cộng!
I don't know what he's
Friendly
saying, but
neighborhood.
I fucking like
Muslim
it.
guy across the road.
Yeah. Old mate homebrews beer. Good on ya. I do the homebrew. I got a still and everything.
Here he is, my mate. What a legend. Kanye of an Allah.
Fuck, is it freezing? Should we skip forward a wee bit more? Is there any more action? I just want to hear him
So we're about to head into the temple.
screaming. I just want to hear him.
Cộng với
Yeah.
Việt Nam!
Scream that fucking microphone down.
China, get out of Vietnam! China, get out of
Holy
Vietnam!
shit. The same, me laptop's got low disk space. Fuck, hope it
Alright,
doesn't
so
crash.
Gone past the temple. We're almost here. We're reaching the final
Anyway,
destination.
that's the fucking video.
where
That's
we've got a bit of
the
music and everything.
bang. You get the gist of it. Let's see if we can pull up a bit of Eureka Stockade history now. Where is the fucking bang? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to get my shit together, but you know what that's like sometimes. Bang. Copy that shit up. But yeah, there you go. That's what I mean. Next year I might see if I can invite some of the Vietnamese or local Hong Kong students in our struggle and just say to them like, hey, would you like to come down to the local Labor Day march? And we'll maybe we can just like, it'd be interesting to have like a Vietnamese Australian or Hong Kong Australian who are not fond of communism, and then maybe just be like, what do you think of these communists, the Australian Communist Party marching with the unions and the Labor Party and the Greens? And it's not good, is it? But, you know, there's obviously good guys amongst them, and there's the whole day is it today? No, it was yesterday. We had a public holiday yesterday, so I thought we'd go and bloody just do a day where we can learn a bit about the Australian Labor Day march. So now we're moving on to the Eureka Stockade, and we'll learn a little bit about that, because if you go to the Labor Day marches, they all have Eureka Stockade flags. And last year I was like, what? There's not one Australian flag. But then we just read the history of Labor Day, and they said the first ever Labor Day march, they had like a blue sash on them, and they had the Eureka Stockade flag. So it's like, you know, now we're learning a bit of context, and you're like, yeah, okay, they do that, symbolic, it's tradition, that's all good, and cheers for the 8-hour day. So that's all good. Here we go. I like when people give an honest view instead of purely right-left opinion, celebrating the 8-hour workday and workers' rights while shilling, calling out China's shit. Yeah. Well, like, I'm actually like learning to appreciate every day that's a public holiday in this nation, because I'm like, this is the culture. People are fucking. You know, there's a reason why it's a public holiday, and we've got to like pay our respects and learn and keep the culture going. But yeah, this is the second part. So if you're wondering why all them people in that, if you tuned in late, you would have missed the start of this, where we went through 3 of my short videos about last year's Labor Day march when we went in Brisbane City, and it's all just Eureka Stockade flags. So let's read this. We'll learn about the history of the Eureka Stockade, which is a fucking cool story. Eureka Stockade. The Eureka Stockade was caused by a disagreement over what gold miners felt were unfair laws and policies of their work by government. Miners were unable to claim the land on which they worked, and so raised being relocated at a moment's notice. They were also required by law to buy a license and to carry it with them at all times or face a fine and arrest. The miners felt that this was an unfair system and were prepared to fight for change. You wonder how much shit we have to go up with, you know, before we're willing to like even put a fucking banner up these days in protest. And you know, I had fucking Channel 7, I think it was Channel 9, took the photo off my Facebook of us in our last banner, right? And they spun it however they wanted. They took it out of context. They lied. Channel 7, SBS, ABC spun the shit out of it. And there you go. Like these days, you do a banner and that you're Satan walking the earth. But just look at the spirit of the guys from the Eureka Stockade who were like, hang on a minute, we gotta fucking say something here. And sometimes you just gotta fucking do a banner. Sometimes you just gotta have, you know, just tell them to pull their heads in. The stupid idiots. Where the fuck am I? Yeah, the miners felt this was an unfair system and were prepared to fight for change. Police invaded the mines to enforce the licensing laws. In late November 1854, the miners refused to cooperate and burned their licenses and stoned police. Several miners were seriously wounded. On the 30th of November, 500 miners gathered under the Eureka flag and elected Peter Lalor as their leader. Now, my father-in-law, he was around this afternoon doing a bit of painting, and he was like, oh yeah, Peter Lalor. I'm like, never heard of him. And he's like, he's the dude who was the leader of the Eureka Stockade. And I was like, sweet. So we're learning about it. And it's a funny thing, like every year I'm probably going to be like reading Labor Day and we'll go through the same stuff. Like some things you got to be religious about, you know what I mean? And you got to, if you want to like participate in the culture, you got to go through it annually. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, but so this dude, Peter Lalor, was the leader. They swore to fight together against the police and military. After the oath, they built a stockade at Eureka and waited for the main attack. On the 3rd of December, there was an all-out clash between the miners and the police, supported by the military. The miners planned their defense and attack carefully, but they were no match for the well-armed force they faced. When the battle was over, 125 miners were taken to prison and many were badly wounded. 6 of the police and troopers were killed, and there were at least 22 dead among the diggers. Cool. It's pretty fucking hard out there. The most harrowing and heart-trending scene amongst the women and children I've witnessed. This is some quote or part of some old newspaper clipping or something. I've witnessed through this dreadful mourning many innocent persons have suffered, and many are prisoners who were there at the time of the skirmish but took no active part. At the present, everyone is as if stunned, and but few are seen to be about. The flag of the diggings, the Southern Cross, as well as the Union Jack, which they had to hoist underneath, they captured by the foot police. Is this like written in like a fucking ancient Australian? The rebellion at the Eureka Stockade took terrible casualties, but although the miners were defeated on the day, they were successful in bringing about the change they saw. Good on them. Within months, all the miners held for trial were acquitted except for one. A Royal Commission investigation of the goldfields recommended that the license laws be replaced with a system whereby miners paid a tax on gold they found. Instead of paying for the possibility of striking gold, miners were also given the right to own land on which they worked. So that's awesome. Fuck. God bless the Eureka Stockade. I'll pull up there's like some sweet pictures of the Eureka Stockade. What? Bang. Pull it up, because you might be like, what's this bogan buddy on about? You would have seen the picture of the Eureka Stockade as the thumbnail of this video. Bang. This is just Google image, so we'll look at like a million different images. Bang. Here they are. Bang. This is what the stockade looked like in Ballarat, hey? Bang. Looks awesome. Good on yous. Bang. This is the Eureka Stockade flag. This is the flag that they flew above them. So they're having a crack, aren't they? Fought and died for our rights. And, you know, they stood their ground and were all acquitted. Apparently there's some part of the history where it led to them getting the vote. The vote! I could even look that up, but anyway. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, is there like uncuckables on right now? Rev reckons between Bogan, Marcia, Deer, Uncuckables and the likes, 3 others, I have more Aussie nationalistic content than I can handle. Lol, it's great. That's sweet. Isn't it good? That's a part of, like, you know, that's like a cool part. I think it's like an awesome part that I know this. If I want to learn about our culture and our history, there's like people out there who are like making content, fucking podcasts, YouTube videos, everything. So we can be like actively a part of the living culture, the living Australian and Western culture, you know what I mean? It's freaking awesome. Avoid friendly Geordie at all cost. Barclay Hill was a pretty sweet massacre now. I'm not aware of it. Yeah, Eureka reminds me of a Revolutionary War pics for some reason. Yeah, I guess it was probably around the same era. Or was it 1854? So this is like full cowboy style, you know what I mean? I reckon it's like a cool part of our, you know, if you look at like English culture or and it's like cowboys. It was like the cowboys, the miners, the drovers, and it's like the red coats. And then you go back even further, you know, and you're turning into like knights and crusaders, and then back to the Roman style, and you're like, damn, how like every layer of it is cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Yo, Roots! You fucking legend. Been a while, brother. We've been bloody missing ya. What's up, boy? Loves you. Good to fucking see you, Roots, eh? Does he want to come on for fucking 5 minutes? Because I'm going to have to wrap this up. G'day, Roots. See how much you love, brother? The love. The love! We have fucking missed you, bro. I've missed you, hey. I was like, even my missus the other day goes, what happened to Roots? What happened to that bloke Roots? I was like, I know. I'm like, I need to send him a fucking message. God bless you, Roots, brother. We love you. Where's the holiday of Eureka Stockade? Funny how the government still don't want to make the thing about it because they know they won't win next time. Labor Day is just an inter-nation thing. It's like a real shame. Like, I find it to be a real shame. Like, I asked a few of my young mate, my young Fijian mate, I got him a job at my work. He's been working with me for a few years on and off, and like, he's a good as dude, but I was like, oi, I'll just do the test. Like, I asked a few of the boys, I'll be like, yo, what did you do? What'd you think of whatever? It's Australia Day, it's Anzac Day, it's Labor Day, or Eka, which is there's like an annual exhibition day where it's like farm animals and stuff. Farm exhibition. Anyway, any of the public holidays, I'll be like, yo, what did you think? Did you do anything for it? Or my other workmates. And I try to be like, I just want to know, like, are we celebrating these days? Are we participating in the days? Because that's what culture is. That's what tradition is. It's got to be a living culture. And it's got to have an element of, it's like Christmas and Easter. It's got to have that element of fun. The Easter bunny and the chocolate and Santa and the presents. And I want to celebrate, you know, my Australia Day, full pride with everyone I know, all Australians, even the Aboriginals, especially with the Aussie flag, celebrating with us, loving it. Cricket, barbecues, the beach, the pool, going hard. And when it's, you know, Anzac Day, when it's Labor Day, all these days, I want to be there. I want to be amongst it. So I know yesterday I had a few mates over and we had a few beers, and you would have seen my video with us doing a freaking beer funnel off the deck and having this banner, Buy Australian Made, make it go viral. Bit of a shit stir. We celebrated it. But now we've read this story tonight, and it's like they said, you're going to do the cheers, toast to the 8-hour workday. I'll be doing that for sure. I reckon an 888 banner. I want to get amongst it. I want to get amongst every public holiday. You got to. This is how you keep your culture alive. This is how you keep your tradition alive. You got to participate. You got to get amongst it. And if there's a public holiday, I'm not going to turn my back on it. I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm more right wing. I'm more of a social conservative. You know what I mean? I'm more economic conservative. Personally, I am. But I do understand classical liberalism and libertarians. I get it. I do understand the Labor guys. And I don't want to write them off. I want to be amongst it. Every year, I will be going down to the Labor Day march. Maybe I'll take my Vietnamese mates down there, and they can be like, "No to China, no to communists," and they can fucking just get on that megaphone, do me proud. I'll come on shore. Oh shit! All right, you're coming on, Roots. Say quick g'day because I'm gonna have to wrap it up, but we're fucking gonna get. Come on, Roots. Is it letting me post the link? The guns are always loaded for. Load that gun, no way. Not again. Yeah, boy, Brucey boy loves it. Lisa, Andy, Lisa. Hey, Dusty. Sorry I tuned in late. All good, Lisa. Always good to have you, love. Thumbs up, Army 1. Yep. Cheers before I sleep in 10 minutes. Lol, it's 6:45 a.m. Jeez, brother. You've been up all night. You're like the biggest night owl I've ever known. Don't forget I leave. Oh, yeah. But don't forget I leave a like on the way out. Yeah. Yo, there you go, Roots. Where is he? Is he coming on or is he not? Roots, come on. You need to make some time to go. Here he is! Here he is. Yo!
Hold up.
Fuck.
Hold up. Yo.
How you going, brother?
I'm good, man. My fucking headphones in. Hold on, dude.
Oh, fuck. I don't even have my headphones. You'll be right. How you going, bro? Is it fucking snowing over there or what? Bang, here he is. Even my missus was saying, "Where's Roots?" Dead set, bro. She's like, "Where'd that guy Roots go? He hasn't been on your show in a bit."
Where's Roots? Dead set, bro.
Fuck.
He hasn't been on your show in a bit.
All right, now I can hear you, man.
Sweet, brother.
So
We've
what's
missed
up?
you.
Your girl was worried about me?
Yeah, she goes, "Where's Roots? I haven't. Where's he been?" I'm like, "I have no idea." I'm like, "I fucking miss him too."
I took a huge break from drinking. About 2 weeks. Yeah, like after shooting the fucking guns out the back door and boasting about it on the internet, I felt like a fucking retard and I was embarrassed. And I just had to fucking kind of take a break.
Yeah, all good, bro.
Break.
Fuck, well, we missed you, dude, because you're always like...
I still watch you, man, but I wasn't participating.
Oh, right.
I didn't want to get to this point where it was like, "Hey, come on, dude." And I'd be hammered, or, well, at that point, not hammered. Now I'm absolutely fucking drunk. Happy to go to Mile, everybody. Cheers.
Yeah, everyone's saying the echo's real bad. So, it's because I don't have my headphones. I've left them in the fucking bedroom. But, I was going to wrap it up anyway, but say goodbye and fucking make sure you come on, bro. Hit me up in the Telegram and we'll have to do a live again soon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime, guys. I love the chat. I love you, Dusty. Everybody stay safe. If you got it, carry your fucking weapon. And don't listen to these motherfuckers telling you you have to do shit. Because you don't got to do it.
All right. Thanks, brother. God bless you, Roots. Thanks, everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Sorry about the echo. But anyway, fucking thanks for watching. Thanks for learning about Labor Day and the Eureka Stockade.
Cheers, everyone.
Yo, cheers, everyone. Bye.